Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to tell the same story from different angles. So my name is Lauren Gordon. I'm a business mentor who's helped hundreds of coaches and consultants around the world stand out online, clarify their message, communicate their value, and book more sales calls for their high ticket, high end offers. So I'm going to show you my process for taking your story and sharing it from different angles and telling the same story essentially, but without feeling like you are repeating yourself. Because here's what happens. So whenever I sit down and I explain to a coach or a consultant that the easiest way to stand out and the easiest way to connect with your ideal clients online is to use your story, they usually understand that right away. They usually understand that your story is what shows your ideal clients that you are different, right? It's what makes you stand out. However, what I hear all the time is, well, Lauren, I'm one person and I have one story. So how do I tell that story over and over and over in my content and in my marketing without sounding like I'm repeating myself all the time, or without feeling like I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over? Okay, so if you've thought that, you're gonna love this. Stick around. I'm just gonna dive straight in. So basically, what I want you to think about first and foremost is let's use your why story as an example, okay? So everybody has a why story. Your why story is, why did you start what you started? Why did you start your business? Why do you do what you do now? Why do you sell the product or the service that you sell now, right? Now, when I ask you these things, you probably have several answers that come up in your head, okay? Most people do not have just one reason why they do what they do, right? Maybe you're a parent like me, and one of your reasons is because you want to spend as much time with your kids as you can, right? Maybe your kids are your favorite thing in the world, and the whole reason why you started your business was to be able to stay at home with them. Okay, maybe that's one of your reasons. What you want to do is you want to sit down first, and you want to ask yourself, okay, what are all the reasons why I started what I do now? Okay, because here's the thing, there's way more than one reason why you do what you do, okay? And your why story is essentially, it's your foundational story, right? The one that you can tell over and over and over in your marketing to connect with your ideal clients. So you want to look at that why story, and you want to ask yourself, just list out all the different reasons as to why you started your business, or why you specifically offer what you offer today. Maybe you're a health coach, maybe you're a life coach, maybe you are a confidence coach, right? Whatever that you do, write down all the different reasons why you sell what you sell, right? Why did you one day decide to offer what you offer? Okay, write down all those reasons. Even if you come up with 15, 20, 100, that's fine. Write all of those down, because what you can do is you can tell the exact same story from all of those different angles, okay? Another way that you can do this, you can take your main story and you can keep telling it over and over, is by thinking about the problems that you had back when you were in your ideal client's shoes. So as a coach, you most likely you have a program or a course, or whatever your offer is. You offer it now because you went through the problems that your ideal client currently is struggling with, right? That's at least what I hear most coaches reasoning for starting their business, right? They say that they know exactly what their ideal client is feeling because they've been there, and that's why they created their program or their course, right? And so what you can do is you can sit down and you can think about, what are the different problems that led me to create my offer or my business, right? Why do I, what specific problems was I experiencing in my life that led me to, to start my business? Okay, write down those specific problems. And then guess what? You can tell your story, the same story from those different angles, okay? So for example, let me give you a practical example. Let's say that you are a health coach, okay? Let's say that you're a health coach, and you the whole reason why you offer health coaching now, and your story of why you you offer health coaching, and why you're a health coach is because you were bullied growing up. You were bullied all throughout elementary school through to high school, et cetera, right? Let's just say you were bullied for your looks, for your weight, your whole life. And that's one of the biggest reasons why you're a health coach today, okay? Well, if I were to ask you, Sarah, well, what specifically about being bullied made you want to help other people through this, right? You'd be able to give me more specific reasons as to why you're so passionate about what you do. So you can tell that same story about how you were bullied. You can tell that same story from those different angles by zooming in and talking about each specific reason why you created your offer that you have today, right? That is how you can tell the same story from different angles. You can keep recycling your story over and over and over in your marketing to connect with the right clients, to spread your message, and to communicate the value of what you do. And then if you want to use the second strategy that I just gave you, where you think about the problems that you were facing, whether it was a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe 6 years ago, write down the problems that you were facing before you created your offer, right? So again, if you're a health coach, let's say that the problems you were facing were feeling unconfident in your own skin, and having a bad relationship with food, and not being able to stick to a diet that you loved. Okay, let's say those were 3 of your biggest problems. Well, you could tell the same story from 3 different angles, right? There's 3 different stories, right? That it's essentially the same story, but 3 different angles that you can tell it from. You can talk about what it felt like to not feel comfortable in your own skin. You can talk about, how it felt to not enjoy the food that you ate, right? You're telling your ideal client, and you're sharing the same story from different angles to see what connects the best. Because the beautiful thing about doing this and about sharing your story from different angles is that you will find specific angles that really, really deeply resonate with your ideal clients and that work the best. Okay, so long as you do this, you use these strategies over and over, you will find that there's specific parts of your story or specific angles that really, really connect with your ideal client and move them to action. And when I say that, I mean move them to message you about your offer, or inquire about your coaching, or inquire about your service. Okay, that's how I figured out how to tell my story in the best way, right? That's how I figured out how to tell my story in a way that really showed my ideal client that I understand them, and that that I have a solution to their problem, that they can trust me, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so if you take these strategies and you implement them, and you take action, you will find very quickly, you will find the different angles that you can tell your story and really, really, really authentically connect with the right people for your offers. And you'll find it so much easier to sell, to book sales calls, and to connect with the people who do need your offer and the people that you want to reach. Okay, so if this was helpful, if you found this helpful and valuable and you want more help, go ahead and click the link below to book a call with my team, where we'll sit down with you and we'll look at your business, and we will find the gaps, figure out where the real problems are with your marketing, and see if we can help. And if we can give you a little bit more information on our Stories That Sell program, which is where I go way more in depth on this topic specifically. And I teach my students in the program how to take their story, tell it from different angles, and relate their story to their high ticket offer. Okay, because that's the next step here. So once you understand how to tell your story in a way that resonates with your ideal client, the next step beyond that is to connect your story to your offer in a very genuine, non-salesy way. Okay, and I teach my students in Stories That Sell how to do that step by step. Very easily. So if that is something you want more help with, if you want to know how to take your story, tell it from different angles, if you want specific examples on how to do this, those are all in the program. I share all of that with my clients and students. And we also go over how to tell how to take your story and how to relate it to your high ticket offer so that you can sell through your stories so much easier, and you can book more sales calls for your high ticket offers. Okay, so if that is something that you're needing more help with, then go ahead and click the link below to book a call with my team, where again we'll sit down, we'll help you find clarity, figure out what is really missing in your marketing, and if it's a good fit and you decide that you want more of my help implementing this in your business, then we'll go ahead and show you what it would be like to work together and all the details with the Stories That Sell coaching program. Okay, all right, so I will talk to you very soon. I hope you loved this. I hope this helped you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right, bye guys.